Okay.
He's right on us.
Have a homing standing by.
He's right on us.
His other shields are in.
Front shields are low. Front shields are 20%.
All right. Sweet. All right. Now
Alright, get that pace.
Sorry, Captain. I acted on initiative and destroyed him with a...
Oh, that's fine.
Alright, nuke coming in.
Got it.
We got nuke.
Okay,
Base is in range.
Target the base. Target the base.
Captain, front shields are at 3%.
Hey guys, what's going on? This is Marshall Dice, known as Adam Campbell,
General Dice, Todd Evangelista.
Super Dice, Dave Radzik.
and we are live here at ANCON 2015 with.
William Wallace of Gaming Nomads.
And what do we have here today?
What we have, which you can kind of see behind us, is the Artemis Starship Bridge Simulator, or I'm sorry, Spaceship Bridge Simulator. Basically, it allows people to fulfill their fantasies of basically on the bridge of the Enterprise. Although that's wholly owned by Paramount and they're very litigious, so I don't try not to associate myself with anything like that. It's individual software that was written by a gentleman named Tom Robertson right here in Cleveland, and he just wanted to create that experience for his friends, and he lets people buy copies of it, buy bridge licenses for it, and set up their own bridges, and even lets you make money with it if you want to. So.
Interesting. Now, when did this all start? How did this whole idea of wanting to create this whole interactive bridge simulator come about?
For me, I had the idea for a long time. I'm a software developer, and it's one of those things on my list. Like, wow, I should do that someday. I should create a bunch, network a bunch together and do this. And of course, like most of my great ideas, they never get done because I just don't get it done. I was at a convention a few years ago because we also market board games for different board game manufacturers. We'll go to the small shows that a lot of the big manufacturers can't go to, or just don't have the resources to go to. So that's how we got started. And I saw Tom with this stuff here at a convention, and I played it, and I went, well, he took my idea, but this is really cool. So I bought a copy. I kept seeing him at different shows, and finally I said, I just got to buy a copy. This is silly. And then it basically sat on my shelf for like 6 months. And I finally decided, you know what? If you're going to do something with this, do it right. Let's get touchscreens. Let's see if we can monetize this to basically make money to make it better as it goes along. So everything I make off of doing shows and things like that goes right back into it, buying more hardware. Eventually we're going to have a set so that you'll actually feel like you're inside a ship instead of sitting at a table with a bunch of with a flat screen monitor. You're going to have, it's going to look like a ship. It's going to have the labels and stuff like that. No user serviceable parts in here and stuff like that, and blinky lights blinky lights everywhere.
Are you going to have like crash effects, like if you crash into something, like it will shake?
I'm working on that. Yes, I'm figuring out how I can do that with either subwoofers or some maybe some sort of wheel base that I can actually just.
You'll have a full gimbal platform. Yeah.
I actually looked into that, and it would happen now if it wasn't so freaking expensive. So yeah.
Selling shirts. I survived Artemis.
We do actually have a couple shirts for sale down there. We got one that has all the rookie mistakes that it says, in space no one can hear you scream when you back up over your own mind, forget to lock onto your target. We go down through this whole litany, and at the bottom it says accept your crew. And then we have another one that's a red shirt, and it says I'm not essential to the plot, I'm wearing a red shirt, crap. So it's and they've been really good sellers, and that also we usually tell people go fund the war effort, buy a shirt, and because that money again goes right back into this.
Well, already you have some special effects that I saw. When you get hit, your computer goes all fuzzy.
Right.
You can't see what's being displayed because it goes like there's interference from the explosions and such.
Yep.
So looking at all the different screens, so how many different crew members can be a part of the crew at the start?
For each bridge, and you can have multiple bridges. I have 2 right now that I can take different places. For each bridge, it plays best with 6 players. You have weapons, helm, engineering, science, and communications, and then you have a captain sits in the middle and ties it all together. He doesn't actually have an actual console, although as part of that set, he will eventually have a real captain's chair with a captain's map right there. I've got the tablet all ready to go for that.
Nice.
So.
You should add a 7th player who just plays Galaga and thinks that we won't notice.
Or you should have a 7-player like a red shirt. Just be able to stand by.
Yeah.
Security standing by. If you could get a Klingon-looking stand-in to come rushing in at some point and threaten them all, just as added, an unexpected added experience.
Or you could have like all of a sudden they get beamed aboard. You can have like people like in the background. All of a sudden they come on board. You gotta fight them all.
Gotta fight them off.
Well,
Or
you got Bill. You got to tell them about the laser tag.
Well, yeah, we just added that this year at a tech conference called Code Match, which is where we actually, that was our very first one we actually did Artemis at. And we were really successful there. So that's kind of our testing ground for any new ideas. So this year, or actually last year, about mid-year, I got the idea, wow, it'd be really cool if we had like a live action component to it, where you would have like an away team or something that could go and actually have a battle or something like that. And that hatched the whole idea where I had both bridges cooperating together. So in the same universe, fighting together. I wrote a scripted mission with a base that had gotten taken over by rebels. So I had 6 people on each bridge, and then I had 6 people as the rebels, and then I had 6 people as Marines. And the main ship had to pick up the Marines at the friendly base, take them to the enemy base, drop them off, which started the laser battle. And the rebels were already in place, and then the Marines had to come in and get to a certain spot and hold that spot for a certain amount of time until a transmission was done, and then exfil off the thing. And the fun thing was, they would get to the exfil point, and I had it all set up with my referees. We're using Hangout, and they were telling me, okay, the mission's done. They did the amount of time. So I would send a message to comms that would say, Marines are ready for exfil. And they would get to where the airlock was, but they couldn't go through until the ship got there. So they're having this battle, fighting off all these rebels coming at them, trying to survive until the ship gets there. And it was a lot of fun because the other part of it was that after the ships drop them off, the enemies would realize that base has now been turned, so they would start coming in to try to take out that base. So the ship had to fend them off while staying supplied and stuff like that. So you have both ships flying back and forth trying to defend this base, and every now and then they would mess up, they'd be out of position, and somebody would come in and destroy the base. So in the middle of this pitch laser battle, people were having fun, and all of a sudden my reference would go, all right, you're all dead, reset, base is destroyed.
So by 2018, we expect to see an Artemis theme park, interactive park. Okay, is that what we're saying here? Because I'm looking forward to that now. That's a challenge I'll give to you. If you don't have it by 2020, I'll accept that, but I'll be a little disappointed.
If I'd give money like Disney, I would do that in a heartbeat. I would love to have something where, like, almost like a
virtual simulator.
Well, like a camp where you can come for the weekend.
Right.
You actually would have like a duty shift, and the whole thing would be geared like you're actually in space, and you're actually you're going to the mess hall.
Well, I'm an event planner, so we can maybe talk about doing a weekend event sometime.
Okay.
All right. Because
You heard it here, folks. Coming soon.
well, both initially was Tom, and now with William. You've been here at least this Artemis has been here for 5 shows, I think, at least 4, but I think it might be 5.
Yeah.
And I've seen Tom at like Gen Con with a huge presence there and a bunch of different shows. It's a fantastic game. It's involved, it's engaging, but it's not so complex that you can't learn it. Right. You might be the best the first time you play it, but the challenge is as you come back, and then they do have competitions between teams to see who's the best crew. So it really is a fantastic game to try.
Yeah, it's amazing to watch the stages of a team. You've got forming, storming, norming and performing.
Okay.
And you'll see it. I watch it over and over again where a team comes in and they'll like, okay, what am I doing? What's going on? What do I need to do? I don't understand. You know, they're all really confusing. And then, you know, everybody doesn't understand when they're supposed to talk. You know, that big key to this game is communication.
Right.
You cannot win without good communication. And you'll get people that don't know when to talk and don't know when not to talk.
Right.
That's the other thing. You know, you be in the middle of a pitch
So you're
battle.
saying this is a corporate team building exercise that you should market?
Absolutely, and we've done a bunch of corporate team building things. We love doing that because we can go in and they like it too. We've discovered that there's a whole niche of people out there that, you know, the traditional team building things like go do a high ropes course or something like that.
Right.
And you know, I'm a software developer. And I know a lot of software developers, and the majority of us aren't geared for that. You know.
Yeah.
But if when you present that to them, like, yeah, okay, I don't know about that. But if you say, well, we're going to do a team building thing where you actually get to do captain the starship.
Yeah.
Or
and you come to them.
like, yeah.
So, you know, obviously very economical in that sense, and there's a good value there too. And just for entertainment, I'm telling you, being at our show, we definitely appreciate being here at Ancon. I know people look forward to coming every year. We have at least 2 local guys that have their own stuff, and they run and play it frequently. I've been invited but couldn't make it. But they'll show up, and I know one of them's a really good captain. He likes to compete. So if you ever get a chance, jump in, take a position.
Join the crew.
Join the crew.
So where can people find this software? What website or where can they find to buy this software?
You can, if you Google Artemis SBS, Spaceship Bridge Simulator, you will find it. You'll find a bunch of videos out there people have made of their crews. Some of them are really good. Some of them are kind of painful to watch, but there is it'll also give you the website, which is artemis.eochu.com.
And we'll have a link below for all you viewers out there to pick this up. But what's general cost of buying this game here?
Last time I checked, you can get it straight from the creator, Tom, for $40 for a full 5-bridge or 6-station license.
And you don't need to play each of the stations, right? You can minimize and.
You need helm and weapons at the minimum.
Right.
You know, and I've played many games where that's all we've had, helm and weapons, and
right.
nobody's, done any of the other stuff. It plays best with 6 though.
Yeah.
If you have 6 and you have a good crew that communicates well, it's amazing.
And the challenge level is adjustable too,
yes,
right? So it's really a well-designed, well-thought-out interactive game.
Yeah, challenge it goes all the way from 1 all the way up to 11.
Nice.
Well, thank you for being on the show.
No problem.
And from all of us here at Dice Squad, we still have way more coverage to talk about with Ancon 2015. But from all of us here at Dice Squad, this is Marshall Dice, known as Adam Campbell.
General Dice, Todd Evangelista.
Super Dice, Dave Radzik.
And William Wallace.
And we'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Go to warp. Well, you're going to super warp 1 to the nebula. As soon as you clear the nebula, go to warp 2.
Alright, Captain.
Captain, we are running very low on energy.
I'm not scanning.
We're at 16.
We'll make it. I trust our ship. Go ahead and dock as soon as we get there. Get within 600.
Attacking
Okay,
crew is ready.
hit request.